blanket. And similarly, when you leave this life, after you're given the ghusl, this shower, you will also be shrouded. And when you came to this life, you were given a birth certificate. And similarly, when you leave this life, you will be given a death certificate. Between those two certificates, you're collecting certificates. You graduate, you get a certificate. You get married, you get a certificate. You buy a house, you buy a car, you get a job, anything else, you get a certificate. The most important certificate of all is the one that you will get on Judgment Day. There are 99 files. Every file as far as your eyesight can see. At that time, you will understand what this means. So think about this as a journey. This life is a mere journey. Enjoy the journey to the fullest. Indeed, you've come through a womb of a mother that you had no choice of. And 4 things were written in the womb of the mother is that your lifespan, your sustenance and provisions, your actions and deeds, happy or sad, meaning close to Allah or away from the mercy of Allah. On Judgment Day, you will be asked 4 things, from the front to back again. What did you do with your life that I've given you? What have you done with your knowledge and your youth? And where did you get your money from and how did you spend it? Same thing that was guaranteed for you, you will only be judged at what you did with it. So the scholars say that's what God Almighty has given us as a gift. Guaranteed 2 things for us that we spend all of our lives worry about. Our lifespan and our rizq. So that's why, my brothers and sisters, understand that whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked us to do, is we should not shortchange, taqseer, because that's what we're asked to do. And the things that we leave our prayer and the ibadat, the acts of worship, to make sure our life in line, our sustenance in line, is already guaranteed. So why would you leave the one that is guaranteeing everything and leaving that what is asked of you that you are only going to be held accountable for in your grave? So remember, the womb of the mother will be the first stage and the taklufa of 5. This is only the middle of 5 stages. So after this, my brothers, after your life, you're going back into another womb. That womb is the belly of the earth. But that womb, you have a choice of. You can make it a piece of heaven or a piece of hell. Waliyadu billah. May Allah protect us all from that. It could be as far as your eyesight can see. You could collapse your ribs. A door will be open to see your place in heaven or place of hell. A choice you make in this life will make it so. So please, when you punch in Jannah and this journey of life, you make sure that GPS has the Quran and Sunnah to guide you to Jannah. A simple formula, my brothers and sisters, please note that whatever you leave behind, you have a passport, and that's what I'm going to leave you with, just your passport. Because the journey, you will have to take it. Imagine you leaving your family and friends saying so long, and you take in that plane as if your soul leaves your body. I want you to look down on this earth as if it's nothing. You look at the house that you worked for so hard, and it becomes just a dot on the ground. You left everything behind, but you are followed by 3 things in your janazah. Your family will follow you, your wealth will follow you, and your actions and deeds will follow you. 2 things will come back. One will stay with you. Your family will leave you no matter how much you love them. As if you can hear the faint sound of your mother. يَا بُنَيْ كَانَ صَدْرِي لَكَ غِذَاءً وَحِجْرِي لَكَ وِعَاءً. My son, my bosom was a source of nourishment for you. My lap was a source of comfort for you. Can you not take me back? Can you not stay with me? Wallahi, you will not do it. As if you hear the faint sound of your father. My son, remember, I was strong, you were weak. I was rich, you were poor. Now that I am weak and you are strong and I am poor and you are rich, take me back, stay with me. Wallahi, you will not do it. So please understand that the family, no matter how much they love you, they cannot help you. And no matter how rich you are, remember this, you will love the wealth and forget the grave. The accountability. You build the palaces, but you will be ending up in 6 by 2 by 3. And think about it, my brothers and sisters, the wealth that you've done will not help you. You cannot bribe the angel of death. There is no way out. So the only thing that will stay with you in your grave are your actions and deeds. So remember, every night, every morning, the sun rises, the sun sets, it should be a reminder, as if your life clock is ticking. And as you prepare your bed, prepare your grave, as if you control the temperature in your room, control the temperature in your grave. As smart intellectual individuals sees life for what it is, and sees the hereafter for what it is. So don't be fooled. And remember, wherever you were born, whether you're in Afghanistan or India or Pakistan, you've come all the way. And the journey that you've taken, how you started, you're not going to be judged upon. It's how you ended is how you're going to be judged upon. Look at the legacy you're leaving behind. What will you remember by? And that's why your passport should have your name on it. But your name you will not be called by. After you die, you'll be called by the best names you were called in this life, or the worst names you'll be called in this life. So when you look at your passport, you look at the journey of life, not just the journey you're taking. What will you be called by, and what will you remember be by? When your name is called, will the people say, Alhamdulillah, he died or she died? Or may Allah have mercy upon them? What is your name, my brothers and sisters? What legacy will you remember be by after you're gone? And we worry too much about the people. It's true. What will people say about us? You know what will people say about you after you're long gone? People will say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. So you shouldn't be worried about what will people say about you, because that's what they will say. We come from Allah, and unto Him we're going to return. And that's why Fudayl ibn Iyad said, do you know what you just said? He translated what I said. He says, that's not like that. He knows if you for sure created, then you know for sure you will die. And if you for sure know that you will die, then you better know that you'll be buried. And if you know that you'll be buried, then you better know that you will be resurrected. And if you know for sure that you will be resurrected, then you better know that Allah will hold you accountable of what you will be done in front of Him. And if you know for sure that you will stop in front of Allah, then you better know that you'll be asked questions. And if you know for sure that you will be asked questions, then you better prepare the answer for the questions. And that's what it's all about, my brothers and sisters. Then on your passport, it also have your address. So what's your address? Oh yeah, I live in the uptown, right up by the waterfront. I have 3-car garage, 3,000 this and all of that. But wallahi, my brothers and sisters, that's not what I mean. What is your location? What's your address is exactly what I'm asking you to do. Look for your grave, what it will be. An eternal address, whether you're going to be heaven or hell. And that's the address you should be concerned about, not your temporary address. And your expiry date. What is your expiry date? Well, everyone is already given the expiry date. And that's why Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anh says, wallahi, every day that passes by, you don't increase the bank of Allah with your righteous deeds, it's not a good day the sun is risen upon. And finally, your visa. Most of us try so hard to come to North America or a good country, we leave whatever it is what we call back home behind, for a reason or other. But you sometimes get denied visa and you get upset and you pay some more money to be able to come. And however, on Judgment Day, your passport will be scanned and it will actually know exactly what you've been, what you've seen, what you've said, what you've done, what you've given, what you've taken, how you believed, how you acted, how you behaved. But I